Greetings, Professor. My name is Mitanis Matthews, and I will be presenting for the History of Panama class the independence of the Isthmus, sources, and events. The next composed presentation will have significant knowledge in regards of the independence of the Isthmus. That will be clarified further down the presentation to understand how colonial period came to an end with different factors that assist the determination of colonial ties that lasted for centuries. The internal and external sources of the independence of the Isthmus. In the first place, we have the emergence of the first Panamanian history newspaper, the Miscellany of the Isthmus, or on its original name, La Miscelánea del Istmo, which took place in 1820. This newspaper started spreading out political opinions of diverse revolutionary characters that were against the Spanish rule established in Panama, besides the different independence movements of America. Second, we have the entrusted command of the government of the Isthmus of Panama to the Panamanian military José de Fábrega. Fábrega served as a governor of Veraguas, which took place in 1821. This action executed by Juan de la Cruz Mochon y Aché left Fábrega in charge was a decisive for independence claims. On third place, we have the first cry of independence at La Villa de los Santos, which took place on November 10th of 1821. This was considered a reason of most importance that Panama's independence caused. The fourth place takes the emancipatory process by which Panama breaks the colonial ties that existed between its territories and the Spanish Empire, which was the independence of La Villa de los Santos, led by Segundo Villarreal, which took place from November 10th to November 28th of 1821. And this process brings to an end the 320 years of colonial life. The illustrations that we can appreciate on this slide includes Rufina Alfaro and the famous expression freedom that we can associate with the French Revolution's proclamation of freedom, equality, and fraternity. And next to it, it's the Miscellany, the first history Panamanian newspaper. The historical events that converge in the independence of the Isthmus. First one, we have Simón Bolívar that had a decisive influence of the independence of the Isthmus for his ideals and leadership in favor of the liberation of the American nations. Then the Isthmus of Panama became the central nucleus of campaigns for the Spanish against the American rebels. We also have the proposal of organized coordination of the revolution through the popular consultation in the meeting of the House of Colonel José de Fábrega, assisted by the political, civil, and ecclesiastical forces. Also, the Catholic Church supported the independence movement of Panama and contributed funds for the cause. We also have, through bribes, the Spanish army began to desert in such a way that there were barely enough soldiers left for the service in prisons and barracks. As a continuation, we have how an army was formed in an incipient way, with sticks, stones, and some muskets and rifles, by the Isthmians to ensure independence. Also, an open town hall in Panama City proclaims the independence of Panama. Next, we have the union with Peru is proposed due to lack of budget, the little military weapons that were available, and the fear of being reconquered by Spain. Then we have the Declaration of Independence of Panama being drafted. And lastly, the voluntary union to Simón Bolívar's Great Colombia is decided by popular vote and approval of the entire population. Here we have the Declaration of Independence of Panama's Isthmus and José de Fábrega, a crucial character of the independence as we were able to contemplate before. In conclusion, numerous impediments were faced before the independence of the Isthmus was a success, and all of the diligence shown from the people that dream about a better tomorrow inspire for others to stand behind this cause. In spite of the fact that the Spanish Empire were trying to control and hold down the people of the Isthmus, they were willing to fight with the little they had, which made every small occurrence develop into the result they were looking for. And for reflection on what has been learned, if there is any lesson to take away from the independence of the Isthmus, is to keep trying no matter what. There will be failed attempts, lost battles, and moments of weakness, but all of those signify the path that we must take to reach our goal and how we are getting closer to it. What the different figures of importance that were studied throughout the module demonstrate me is how we must take matters into our own hands if we wish to make them happen. Thank you.